Just a moment where it's been a crazy day, but we here now. We here. Let's make sure that the sound's working here. Yup. Hope everybody's doing good tonight. I'll be looking at all your comments here on YouTube. Sassy, what are you doing? But yeah, I hope everybody's getting ready for the holidays, whatever holiday it is that you celebrate. This card. We'll wait till we get some folks in here. Tonight we're going to be watching a lot of the Autumndale footage, and we're just gonna have some fun. Got 3 people watching. Y'all comment too so I can see your comment. But yeah, tonight we're gonna be watching some Autumndale stuff. We'll talk about the comics and how everything kind of came to be. And then I guess just go from there. We'll be watching like the Porcelain trailer, talking about that since we've already watched it together before, and then we'll go straight into the ARC interview movie. We'll be watching the short films and stuff tonight together, so it's gonna be a fun night, and hope you guys are ready for some fun. Sassy's back there tearing it up. She loves it. Okay, y'all give me a comment so I can make sure that the comments are on and I see everybody's stuff. But we're gonna kick it tonight, have some fun. I might auction off a few things, maybe do a giveaway. We just gonna play it by ear. It's been a long time since I kicked it with you guys. As you can see, I'm in a new area, and once we start doing Monstrous Mondays and everything again, we'll have a background up and all that. Fucking cat. Yeah, so one of you guys just comment something real quick. There we go. Ron Weasley in the house. Merry Christmas, Harry. What's up, Dean? Hey. What's up, Lizzie, baby? What's up, Derek? What's up, Ashton? What's up, Gage? So yeah, we're gonna be watching all the Autumndale stuff, and I'll tell you how everything got started, and basically why we are moving on, what happened with this project that we're working on. But yeah, and so let me ask you guys this. I have some comic books that were damaged in water. Would any of you guys want those just for free, or are they just trash? Because I've been holding on to them. But I got like these that are still readable and everything. They're just kind of water damaged. Would you guys want me to give those away tonight? Or should I just trash them? What do you guys think? But yeah, other than that, like I said, we're going to start with the comics, and I'll kind of go through the universe. Then we'll watch a movie together. We're going to be here for a couple hours, so I hope you guys are ready to chill. At some point, I may need to get a phone charger and take a piss or something, but we're here, man. We're here. It's been a while, man. I missed you guys. But yeah, we gonna watch some movies tonight. What's up, everybody? How are you? Let me know in the comments. I guess let's go ahead and get started. Autumndale started off as a comic series. For those of you that didn't know, I love you too, Nicotine. And I started this almost a decade ago, fleshing out the stories, and basically wanting to know where I was going. And up until literally 2 years ago, I had no idea where the story was going to go. We were leaning towards more like a horror version of the Avengers. But that's not gonna happen. It was gonna be basically the Church of Lilith, which is Lilith was the witch who cursed the town, and it was gonna be there, kind of her bringing her back from the dead. And then Team Arc, which was gonna be Dollface from Porcelain, V, a vampire, one of the pumpkin people from Night of the Pumpkin People, and all these horror villains that were gonna make a team to fight up against the witch. But we started with a comic who Jeff Bartrand was the artist for, called The Great Witch. And this was a story that told about how their family was cursed to the woods, and they never left until one day this dude falls on their doorstep. The witch Lilith falls in love with them, and they ended up wanting to get married. So he goes into the town and tries to buy some silver and some stuff for a wedding dress, and the townspeople kill the husband the day before they're supposed to get married. So the witches, actually, which is one of my favorite parts of this comic, and if you haven't read it, spoiler alert, Lilith ends up getting with her sisters, and they make this giant potion, and she ends up ripping out her own heart to put it in there, and her sisters all become crazy evil, and it creates the stone, the Tear of Lilith, which they then go into town and bury it deep underground, and basically curse the whole town, and then they lose their powers, so the town then burns the shit out of them, but she promises that they will return. So that was the first story that we wrote. Then we went through, and we did 2 versions of this story. The Werewolf Story, it was a Christmas story called Oh Holy Bite. And the original art you're seeing there was the original artist that was supposed to do it. It was more realism. But then I found a gentleman from England who ended up doing all these, which this whole story, basically, the family gets attacked by werewolves, and then Christmas Eve of 1912, they all turn and go into the city that has since shunned them, and they all turn and go in, and let's get to here, basically start murdering the shit out of people. And I had this idea. I always wanted to do a Christmas story where people get slaughtered, and I've always wanted to do a werewolf story. So Oh Holy Bite seemed to be the perfect mashup. So that was our second story. So we went from the 1700s to the early 1900s. And then, how many people we got in here kicking it with us? 6? Then we went into, okay, so this was the other artist variation. So if you got the Autumndale Collective book, which we're going to be bringing back for one more round, we did the artist variant because he did 5 pages of it originally as well. So we added that in as an extra, and it was just more realistic looking. That's a different story there. But yeah, so we went from the witch to werewolves, and then right into a story called Permanent Solutions, which is about a demon who drives this guy crazy, trying to get him to commit suicide to take his place in hell. And the artwork on this one was super dope too. Very wispy. So this was all part of that, and as you see, the demon gets him to sign, and all spoiler alert. And then one book that we didn't get to do, which I was really sad about, we only got to do a few pages from it, was a storyline, thank you Nicotine, called Conjoined Sin. And it was about a freak show. Brutus and Orwell were the main characters. And then you had Dr. Edward Gustos, the Wolfman, the bearded lady, and their little goblin creature, Pimple. And basically, it's a story where they roll into town, and they accidentally kill a kid, so the whole town is coming after them, so they get tossed out of the circus, and it becomes a big revenge plot against the doctor. But we never got to finish that one. Same with, and this one had 2 art variants as well, tells 2 different parts of the story. So Pimple was a little bit different in this one. But yeah, that was one we never got to do that I would have loved to have done. And then we went into House Calls. Basically, this was a story about a doctor who, his son was dying of an unknown illness, and in order to try to figure out what was going on, he started doing all kind of weird experiments on people, trying to preserve the human soul. And we didn't get to do much on that one either. And of course, we go right into Porcelain, which this art was amazing. This guy was fucking super dope. This is all in one book. There's 2 full stories, 1 half story, and then a couple of pages off of each story. And this was actually the first movie that we made, and as you guys know, we watched that together. Just look at that art. That is, this was going to be the high art one, because I wanted it to be very Last House on the Left-ish. I don't know. It was dope. And then, of course, we go into Jinx, which was part of the short film that we released a while back. And we will never see what happens in any of this because we're coming to an end. But we will have these back up, and that's kind of how we started fleshing out the whole universe of what we wanted to do. I saw Lance Kevin on there. The characters we wanted to use, where we wanted to go, what we wanted to do. This was kind of the guidebook that spawned the movies. And it just got really expensive after a while. If you can't draw, comic books begin to get insanely expensive, especially when you're self-publishing and you're not making that many sales. It just becomes too much. So I was like, okay, what else can we do to further the content? So I was like, well, let's try a movie. So that brings us to our first trailer of what we already watched together. This was Porcelain, my first movie.
I once didn't have a name. I used to respond to, "Hey girl," "bitch," or "slut." The only time I was ever really talked to was when they were beating me or destroying what was left of my innocence. I also had my friends. The old dolls in there that were too damaged for the other girls. I wanted to be pretty, like them. I also planned my revenge. Not only for those who have harmed me, but those that harm any children at all. And I will not stop until every man like them lays in their own blood. I now have a name. I go by Dollface.
Oh yeah. So 2018 was our first film, and thank you, Nicotine. It was a great first flick. You know what I'm saying? We had $500 to make the whole movie. Literally, that's what I was working at the strip club at the time. And the way it all came together, people donating their time and the locations. I had never shot anything in my life before. There was no storyboards. There were just a couple practices. Christy, my wife, made the costumes and did the makeup. And everybody, oh hey Ashley, everybody kind of pulled together to make that first film. And we had the premiere at a bar in Athens, and it was so dope. There wasn't many people. There was maybe like 30, maybe 40 people. All the actors were great, and it was a very good first experience, mainly just because everybody was super into it, and pull this up here. It gave that very raw feeling to the first film. Now, we did splurge and buy the hotel room at a nice hotel near us for the scene with Dollface and Dustin's character. It's fleeting my mind right now. And that was the biggest cost, and that was such a cool shoot because it was literally 4 people in the room that day. Me, Dollface, no, 5 people. Me, Dollface, Dustin, Christy, and I want to say Leanna, but I know that's not her fucking name. Anyways, whoever was helping us with sound that day, and we had a gag set up to where she was going to come down and hit him in the head, and blood was going to squirt back up in her face. And we had a turkey baster full of blood. Like, I'm talking slap full of blood. And so I was like, alright, when I say action, Christy's going to squeeze this and it's going to fly up. We had brought in our own bed sheets and plastic and laid it down, so everything was good. So action, squeeze, the blood flies up behind her and down onto the only piece of carpet in the hotel room. So we all start freaking out, trying to find rags, whatever we can do to clean it up. And so it just wouldn't come out. So what we did was we picked up the bed and we turned the carpet and put the bed back down so you couldn't see the blood anymore. So if they ever go to change those carpets or anything, that blood is probably still in the hotel. And there was a lot of things I wish I could have done different. The sound work was really not the best quality on that one, but it was a learning experience. It was my first time ever shooting a film, and we had a lot of fun with that. And if you guys want to watch it, that's one of the highest viewed, let's go back here, that's one of the highest viewed videos. Let's see where it's sitting at today. So porcelain. Let's see. Porcelain right now is sitting at 935 views, which is awesome, because you know my movies haven't had a lot of views, but it's one of the higher ones. So that was a great experience. All the actors were great. And then so we started planning for the next one, which was the ARC interview. And this is the movie where I wanted to start showing more locations in Autumndale that were going to be key points to it, like the Fallen Leaf bar. And you find out why that's such a significant thing, because after we'll watch the movie in a minute, but when Sam goes missing, V, the vampire, ends up buying the bar in the movie that was going to happen after the one we're currently shooting, which we're never going to shoot. But the Fallen Leaf was supposed to be a bar that was continued to be in the film aspect. And throughout this whole thing, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Just comment below. And also, if you so want to, there's a donation button in the chat. So but yeah, outside of that, we started building character arcs and things that were all going to tie in together. And this movie was supposed to be the one that started tying everything in. So let's go ahead and take a look at what I mean by tying things in. Like, this was a commercial for the Fallen Leaf bar that we did before the movie. Check it out.
Hi, I'm Sam. When my father started this bar years ago, his aim was to... God!
Oh, cut!
God! Jeez!
You okay?
Ah!
You got it on your shirt. It's okay. Alright, we'll just roll on from the top.
Edit that out.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Sam. When my father started this bar years ago...
Sam,
What?
Sam, you're a little bit too close to the camera, buddy.
Hi, I'm Sam. When my father started this bar years ago... Ah, jeez! I'm Sam. When I started this... Guys, what the... Ah, jeez. It's not funny.
Sam, we're rolling.
What? Ah, God. Hold on, let me... Okay?
Yeah, that looks great.
Hi, I'm Sam. When my father started this bar years ago, it was all about finding a decent place for a working man to go have a drink after work with his pals. Dad's gone now, but I'm doing it. I'm keeping it alive. Come on down to the Fallen Leaf, have a drink, or just hang out. I'll be there. Hello.
So yeah, so that was the first commercial for the next movie. And we started, as you could see, like in that commercial, we started doing like he had the Fallen Leaf T-shirt on. It just really starts to immerse you, and then you get more into the head of his character. Like he mentioned that his dad passed, but he's continuing on with the bar, and he is very much loner. Nobody wants to hang out. That's why I was like, anybody wants to come hang out, please just let us know, and come hang out with me. I'll be there. So we started doing more of that world building. Um, and so we're gonna go ahead and just get into the next movie. You guys ready to watch the ARC interview with me? And this will be, we'll watch it together, but this is going to be more of like a director's commentary version. So I am going to, when I start the movie, I am going to excuse myself for a minute, and I'll be right back. But we're going to go ahead and start watching this movie together. And as I go, I'll explain to you things about, what we were thinking and how we were going to do it bigger, but what we had to do due to budget constraints. And while you watch this one, this was my second film. You'll notice from Porcelain, the sound quality got a little better. The sound effects got a little bit better. And I don't know, it's, we'll go through it. But without further ado, this is Strange Tales of Autumndale, the ARC interview. And like I said, I'm going to excuse myself real quick. I'll be right back.
Come on in and have a seat. Kevin, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, Kevin, right off the bat, I'll tell you that we here in Autumndale do not stray far from the town to find our agents. Us here at the ARC, most of our families were rooted here from the very beginning. Now, this is not going to be a fun or easy job. Mostly, you're just always going to be a face in the crowd. You're going to sleep here, eat here, shit here, and, well, everything else. See, you're never going to find love because you're going to be married to the agency. We're going to be your family, your friends, your brothers and sisters, until basically you're old and can retire and live out your lonely days. So before I go any further, does that sound okay?
Well, ma'am, I've been a technological prodigy since I was 6. At 13, I was hired by the U.S. government to do upgrades on all the tech that we use today. I've been locked away in rooms working on secret missions and agendas since I was 17. So I guess you could say I'm used to it by now.
Can you guys hear all
But
right?
what makes this town so secretive?
Do you believe in the paranormal? Do you believe in hexes? Monstrosities no other man has seen? Madmen losing their grip on reality for no other reason than their bloodlines carrying a curse?
Well, no, of course not. I'm a man of science.
Well, you better start. See, here at the Ark, we're a holding unit for cursed items that are hundreds of years old. We house the spirits of some men and women that are the most evil to ever walk the earth. We've got frozen containment lockers with the bodies of creatures that we lost men in battle trying to contain.
Wait. You're telling me you have spirits in containment. You have monsters. This is a joke, right?
I'm not laughing, am I, Kevin?
No, man.
We're a beacon for the unexplained, and what our job is to keep these secrets contained and to keep Autumndale a town free from nutjob tourists and agencies that would condemn our beloved town. Do you know what these are?
Oh,
Comic
yeah.
drop.
I used to read these in between missions. Wait, you're not suggesting that these are actually real, are you?
Unfortunately, yes. We take these stories and we put them into the books, not only for our records, but to sway the townspeople that everything that happens is a stunt for the next book coming out. It gives the residents here something fun and exciting to look forward to and not be terrified to live here. Now, Kevin, I'm going to tell you 4 stories.
Okay, let's pause real quick so I can let everybody know. So, as you've seen so far, they're introducing the agency, the ARC, the Autumndale Reconditioning Center, which that sign, the girl who played Dollface actually helped me make that sign. Erica, I'm slipping with names tonight. But as you've seen so far, Grayson Day is playing Kevin. He also did the score for the entire movie. And Amanda Sewell is playing Susan, the head of the agency. And so basically, the whole story arc of everything that was going to happen in the next few movies is Kevin was hired to do tech upgrades, and the agency was hiding all these different things, and she was going to tell these stories that we're about to see, and how the agency steps in, and basically just building up this huge underground agency under the asylum that basically took everything that was happening in real life and made it seem like it was just a publicity stunt for the next book coming out, which tied in all the comics. So that's where we're at right now. And all you guys rocking with me now, if you have any questions throughout this, if you need me to turn it up, let me know.
These stories all happened in 2014. One in spring, one summer, fall, and winter. And afterwards, if you choose to continue down the rabbit hole, we'll assign you a home and an identity. But if you choose not to, we'll simply give you a serum and you'll wake up back in your old apartment.
This is a lot to take in, but sure, let's go.
Now this is an unpoppable balloon.
Really? A balloon?
Once you stifle yourself and pay attention, you'll realize that this is not funny at all. It was spring, and the sky's clear blue. What happened next only proves that terror can strike even on the best and brightest days.
I decided to shoot this in black and white because the balloon itself was supposed to be the negative energy following her around, and that's the only thing I wanted in color.
Of course, sweetie. Today's all about you.
Okay, how about Disney World then?
Well, almost anything.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Absolutely. What's up?
Do you think Mom and Dad will ever move back in together? I miss how things used to be.
I know. I do too. But you know, the truth is, sometimes grown-ups fall out of love, and it's no one's fault, and no one did it on purpose. It just happens.
Will you ever fall out of love with me?
No, of course not. I'm your older sister.
You can
We have a
tell
bond that can never be
where the
broken.
audio switches.
It's like magic.
Like special wizard magic?
Yes, exactly like that. Now come on, let's go shopping.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'll make it up to you.
No thanks, weirdo. You scared the hell out of us.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's okay, Sherry. He's a good clown.
Exactly. And what's your name, little girl?
I'm Mel. Who are you?
I'm Juniper the Clown. Here to spread cheer and love. Here, have a balloon.
Maybe you shouldn't be such a creep and sneak up on people. Come on, Mel.
Maybe you shouldn't be so rude to people. Here, have a balloon.
Oh shit, it's purple.
Look, I'm sorry. You just shouldn't talk to strangers like that. It could be dangerous.
You didn't have to be so mean to him, you know.
I know, and I'm sorry. Let's just make a good rest of the day before you have to go back to Mom's. I'll let you get anything in here.
This was a
Up to
cool little
$30,
consignment
all right?
shop that actually donated
Woo!
their time
Let's
for us
go.
on a closed day. Adding that techno music in there. Everything in there was ridiculously expensive, so I was like, please, for the love of God, don't fucking touch anything. Ooh, spooky balloon.
Hey, look what I found. I like these.
Oh, I like them too. Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Do you ladies find everything?
Okay, real quick. So, my wife, God bless her, every time somebody canceled a part, I'm always like, baby, you gotta do this. So, this was one of those, you're ridiculously expensive. This was one of those times, Vark Tech. Okay, Rosanna. This is one of those times where somebody didn't show up and I was like, babe, please. So she didn't have makeup on or anything that day. She was like, God damn it, Dean. So God bless her for filling this role, but she killed it exactly how I wanted to do it. So.
Okay today?
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's see what you got. Oh, this is one of my favorite t-shirts. I can tell you, like, good music. All right, so cash your card today.
It'll be, cash.
Maybe you shouldn't be such a cat! Oh my God, are you okay? Do I need to call somebody? Is she okay? What's going on? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm fine. I don't know what happened. I'm sorry.
All right.
Also,
I'm
shout
sorry,
out to me for every single time that I shot a movie. I was breathing heavy and the camera picked it up. So shout out to that shit.
I know what's going on with me. I'm just gonna drop you off at Mom's, okay? We gotta figure out what's going on.
Okay. Hey, watch out!
What the fuck? Get out of the way!
That's our. Maybe you shouldn't be such a bitch. So that there in the background, that's our old trailer and our old Lincoln, and we actually use that for their house. Um, and so the whole story is basically this clown Juniper has cursed her with this balloon that follows her around. So everywhere she goes, she's seeing these clowns appear, calling her a cunt for some reason.
Mel?
Rest in peace, Edward. This was one of the first times I ever had to deal with the death of an actor. This was the original Atlanta Sharon Needles. She was a drag queen in Georgia, and I got her to play the mother just because I really loved it, the way she portrayed it, and I don't know. She fought her battle with cancer. She was fighting her battle here while we were getting her into costume. She was telling us some awesome stories of drag days back in the early years. But so rest in peace as we watch this scene.
Why don't you go run and play?
Okay, Mom.
Okay, so now explain to me again. You pushed a clown, and now you think he's coming after you?
No, Mom. It's so much more than that. The balloon keeps following me, and people are shifting right in front of my eyes.
I just think you had a bad day.
No, Mom. I'm not fucking crazy.
Well, I'm sorry, honey. Maybe you shouldn't be so rude.
What did you say?
I said, honey, maybe you shouldn't.
Drama.
I said, maybe you shouldn't be such a cunt. Next time, maybe you'll learn something.
Such a cracker.
No, Mom.
Mom, is she gonna be okay?
I don't know. I have to make a call.
It was so hot that day. So hot.
You son of a bitch. What did you try to me?
Oh, welcome back. How do you like your balloon, little girl?
Please make it stop.
No, I cannot. You see, it's an unpoppable balloon. Well, to everybody else, anyway. You said I was creepy. You have no idea what real fear is. Now, your conscience. That's the key. You clear your conscience, the balloon will pop, and it'll all stop and go away. But until then, I think your ride's here.
We did that a few times, trying not to really electrocute her. And that was my first attempt at CG walls.
Okay, so you're telling me that because a girl went crazy, that's proof this balloon is paranormal?
No, you see, if the balloon wasn't in this case specially designed by our tech team, you wouldn't be able to see it. It's nothing but negative energy force contained in this box. Luckily, I always have one of my agents working at the asylum in case something like this happens.
Well, you said you had 3 more stories. I think I need a little more proof here.
Absolutely.
So before we move on, funny thing is we just moved, and that balloon, we shot this in 2018. that balloon is still blown up inside that box. So it truly is the unpoppable balloon. But next story.
Do you know anything about magical relics, Kevin?
Are you guys enjoying this? Let me know in the
No,
comment
I don't.
section. Let me know who all
You
is here
see,
chilling.
items used in magic are mostly harmless to those that they do not involve. Now, the stone in this story needed incantations and blood from an unwilling person to make its magic work. Sometimes it's the most unexpected people that have pure evil inside of them, but nothing comes without a price.
So I say to her, you can't put that there, sweetheart. Insurance doesn't cover reconstructive surgery.
Right. Okay, guys. For real, it's time to finish up so I can get out of here.
Come on, man, just one more. You know, good luck and good measure.
Not this time, buddy. Now finish them up. Come on.
What about with Jerry over there?
Okay. He's fine. I'll let him sleep while I'm closing. If he can't wake up, his dad's got a cot in the back. He's had it back there for years.
Your dad was a good dude. Always had that helping hand, that smile, and he loved this town. That's why he built this bar.
Yeah. Dad sure was good at his craft. Taking care of you, gents, that is. All right.
Yeah, I missed all these comments. Sorry, guys. What's up, Phil? Sorry, Jennifer. All good.
You're not weak anymore. You're a god.
Dustin did such a good job, man. Every role I gave him, he murdered it. Just as well as Brandon did, man.
Hey, buddy. I let you sleep while I was getting ready. Look, I know you and my dad were friends for a long time before he passed. And I know you might freak out when I tell you this, but I know that you are perfect for this. I know you're divorced.
Perfect for what?
I know that nobody ever comes to see you. And I know that your only friends are right here at this bar. Yes, sir. I know an awful lot about you, Jerry. Oh, what do you think of my outfit? Pretty cool, huh? Thanks. Made it myself. Look, I just want to reassure you somehow. I mean, look at the world, Jer. People are murdered every day in this horrible cesspool. It's murdered and tossed away. Life just wasted. Corrupt cops and government. Car won't start. The bus is late, so you're always late to work. Rent's late. Cupboards are empty. No matter how hard you fucking try, nothing ever seems to work out. You, Jer, you are dying for a purpose. That's right. Your unwillingly spilled blood is going to be the thing that changes everything. Well, at least for me. You see, Dad wasn't what everyone thought he was. He wasn't just a bard. He was a genius and an amazing practitioner. He studied and found out how to live, like really, truly live. Money, power, respect, and life eternal. He studied the ruins, transcribed the building plans, and the incantation for this.
That was cool, man. That took me 2 days to build and paint by myself.
What Dad didn't have was this. No, it was just a little too late. Now I have it. I have everything I need to turn me into a living god! So, Jerry, I'm so sorry, buddy, but it's not going to be very fun for you. Oh, no, you thought I was going to... Jerry. Oh, no. I'm not going to kill you. Yet. I just need some of your blood. Yes! Wonderful! Okay. Now, I take this, I place it in the archway, the portal will open, and when I walk into the portal and walk back out, I will be the most powerful being in this universe. Imperium importa. Imperium importa. Imperium importa.
I think that means open the gate. Look at that CGI.
I did it! We did it, buddy! Oh, Jerry. I gotta thank you, buddy. You're being so brave and you're making such a wonderful sacrifice. So, when I come back out of the portal, I'm gonna have to spill the rest of your blood and then toss your body in there to close. So, thank you, and I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
It's almost over. Oh,
Right?
you feel the power of the other side. No, bad, no, you must be sacrificed. That's not fair. What's that?
I don't know. All the tentacles come out. And then they pull them back in and close it.
What the fuck? Fucking fuck! What the? God damn it! Fuck me! Fucking whoa! Fucking shit! Fuck!
Let's talk about that real quick, man. That was. This is the first time I've watched this since. Man, that was such a cool, fun scene. I don't know how well you could. He was at his wit's end. He wanted to become a god, so he wanted to open this portal, and he was gonna have to shove his dead body, the other dude, Jerry's dead body, in there to close it. Well, Jerry, obviously, and then the tentacles came out, wrapped around him, and pulled him in, and it closed the portal. For a movie with a $1,200 budget, we moved from $500 from Porcelain to $1,200 to this one. I saved up a little extra. That, when I first saw that scene, I was like, holy shit, this is like my pinnacle. That was such a fun scene to shoot. We shot it in Athens. At that time, it was Daniel Lee's bar, and if you go back and watch it, you'll see Athens, Georgia, all over the fucking walls. But you know, we start with the fallen leaf sign that was hand drawn, and then the archway that was just plywood that I painted and aged, and it was such a cool little shoot. That one was probably by far one of my favorites. But yeah, man, that the effects, like Nicotine said, the effects for the budget was just absolutely amazing. But yeah.
And that was the first interdimensional portal we'd ever had.
That's not scientifically possible, even with the work on the Hadron Collider that they're doing.
Sometimes magic surpasses our way of thinking, Kevin. Now, we have dark energies and...
What do you mean?
You see, monsters aren't always monsters. Sometimes they're just people. People that have something happen to them, and it's not by any malicious force, but just by pure accident. It was fall, or around Halloween, actually. Everyone was dressed as their favorite monster. But what they didn't realize is that night they would witness a real monster.
And Jimbo was supposed to be on Team Arc as well with Dollface.
Woo-wee! Been a long week.
You're telling me. Worst part? When we get out of here, I still have to take the kids out for trick-or-treating. Wife wants some quiet time this year, so it's my turn.
Sucks to be you. I got a date tonight with a 12-pack of brewskis and a fishing pole.
You know it's like the middle of fall, right? There's nothing out there.
Ain't no wrong time to go fishing. It's all about man one-on-one with nature. Really getting out there and becoming one with your surroundings.
It's all about the beer. Hand me that 19, will ya? You and your beer.
Hey, usually I wouldn't ask this, but my electricity's about to get cut off, and I know payday's about 4 days away, but you think you can do me a favor and get my check early?
Oh, no worries, man. I'll take care of that. But don't tell the wife. She thinks I'm too lenient on you guys as is, so
Yeah, I appreciate it, Roger. I won't say a word. My lips are sealed.
All right. I think we shut down a little early today. It's what, 2 o'clock? It's a holiday after all, right?
I hate Halloween. Bunch of creeps running around. Never know what's in that costume.
Come on, chicken shit. Let's shut this down. Let's get out of here.
Another time I wish I would have lowered the music.
Every time I get to the very end and fucking die.
You know that game is designed for ages 6 and up, right?
Nah, there's no way that a 6-year-old can beat this. They just keep coming.
Jesus, what am I going to do with you?
So this is Danny and Rob from Porcelain that reappeared in this one.
Not far. Maybe 10 minutes or less. You got it, sir. I know exactly the place. Come on, you dingle fuck. We got a job to do. Put your goddamn phone away.
That's our old Lincoln. He was not used to driving a big ass car like that. So.
Tree up. Ah, fuck. Paint job.
So that's 2 times our Lincoln has been in this movie so far. Dingle fuck yeah. Was that scene ADR? Yes, a lot of this is ADR. What were the effects done with? I'm sorry, my computer, my phone is not keeping up with these. What were the effects done with? It was done with Premiere Pro. Love the beer. Halloween is every day at my house. Was that scene ADR? Yes. Pretty much all of this movie was ADR.
You know,
sorry, Sasha.
I don't feel too good about this, Dan. You know, what about all the river otters and stuff? They didn't do anything to anybody.
Would you relax? This doesn't connect to any other water source in the area. The old ravine caved in decades ago. Your river otters will be fine.
Okay, well, I guess that makes me feel better. Well, come on, man, let's get out of here. The theater's showing Hitchcock flicks all night, and the parade starts in like an hour.
You know you're a giant fucking 5-year-old. You know that?
Fuck off, man. It's Halloween. Let me enjoy shit.
Whatever. Let's go.
Brotherly love.
Halloween on the lake, got my beer in my case, got my bait on the line, no fish ain't biting. Shit.
The reel wouldn't even turn on that fishing pole. There was no line on it.
Shit!
Poor Ingram doing this scene. I felt bad afterwards, but the shot came. Talk to the waste. Two different shades of green. That's our friend Chuck in Amanda's house.
Alright, I saw kids with full-size candy bars come out of here. So
Really? Yes.
Jimbo, that you? Oh, are you shit-faced already? Man, there are kids around. Come on.
Hell.
Pretty cool. I like the outfit. Come on. You want to go scare some kids? You got... Oh, shit. I got you, buddy. I got you, buddy. Hey, kids, bang on the door again. I got you, man.
Saying he can't breathe.
Get help!
Fortunately, Steve from accounting was in the same neighborhood, and he was able to call us to come get him before he dried out.
So that scene in particular was supposed to be twice as long, but due to budget constraints and stuff, I wanted to do a lot more with Jimbo. Wanted to get him a better suit for the next movie. Jimbo was going to have a whole story arc, but we never got a chance to do that. But in this film, they were supposed to come pick him up in a van and take him to a place, and we were going to have him in a tank, floating in a tank that was in the hella gross. Damn evangelist. Yes, I've heard of your Lord and Savior Cthulhu. Your jacket is dry. Yeah, so it was, you did great on this. Thank you. It was definitely an experience. We wanted to do more with it, but, unfortunately, we won't see Jimbo anymore. So, one more story.
Fortunately, to keep Jimbo a secret, we can't push a case on Knots. But
Brian
I think he'll get what's coming to him.
Tie into porcelain.
That poor bastard. Him I'd like to see.
In good time. We have a lot to show you. You see, we chose you to be part of the agency. A lot of the softwares and technologies we use here are outdated. If our main grid went down, I would hate to think what could get out here.
Well, I am curious about one thing. You mentioned something about bloodlines. What does that have to do with anything?
Ah, yes. I'm glad that you asked. See, I have one more story to tell you. When the town of Autumndale was founded, there were originally 96 families and a few of their elders. When the town was cursed, it wasn't just the land, but the original bloodlines throughout time. Now, some of them were cursed with insanity, others with disfigurement. Some of them just reverberated a horribly evil energy. The person in the next story I'm going to tell you is part of that bloodline. It happened on Christmas.
So before we start on this, there's a few things I want to point out because a lot of it's ADR. This one was supposed to be my insane Santa Claus one. The bloodlines in Autumndale, like she said, make people crazy or whatever. So my father-in-law, who also played Brian Knotts in Porcelain, supposed to be in the movie, was perfect. He was 7-year-old little blonde kid. So his older brother was there, so I was like, all right, fuck it, we have to shoot this. Let's go ahead and shoot it with him. He said he'd do it. So then I couldn't get him back to do ADR work, and we used an actual 6-year-old to voice him. So y'all pay attention, and it's going to be a good laugh for you guys.
December 25th. A time for love. A time for giving. A time for families to get together and share the joys of Christmas. As you walk through the streets, you see lights, hear bells and laughter, and the smell of wondrous holiday meals being prepared. Christmas is the only time of year when all the world seems to silence as they fall soundly asleep, waiting for the man in the sleigh to bring the children's presents wrapped with care. That is, unless you live in the face of evil every day of the year. This is the story of Timothy. At a mere 9 years old, he has lived through nothing but torture and hell. His parents,
That 9-year-old has a mustache.
Constantly forgetting he even exists until he makes noise, and God forbid if that happens.
My name's Bob Kringle. I grew up here in Autumndale. Since I was a little boy, both my parents, rest in peace, as well as doctors, have told me that I had a mental condition. As far as I know, it's never really affected me, though. I have a good job every December playing with Town Santa. I love Christmas.
It's a little cold for you to be out here without a coat, don't you think?
Who are you?
It's okay. I'm a friend. Why are you upset?
My parents are fighting again. All they ever do is fight. I wish I was normal like everyone else.
Well, it's good to wish for things. Wishes do come true. What's your name? If you could have any wish in the world from Santa Claus, what would it be?
I don't want to be scared anymore. I don't want Dad to hurt me or Mom anymore.
Look, son, there's no reason to be upset. Listen, here's a little food that I have left. Put it under your shirt, go straight to your room. Get ready for Santa to come. I promise you, things will be better by morning.
You know what? You look a lot like Santa, mister.
Oh, I know. I hear that a lot. Okay, go. Just try to get to bed, okay?
Thank you.
This is my place. I call it Santa's workshop. Really, it's a porch that I rent from old Miss Snidely. But she never bothers me. Tonight of all nights, Christmas Eve, little Timmy wouldn't leave my mind. I had an idea. I couldn't really find
enough money I could give him. He could go, never look back. I'm sure the people at the Catholic Boys' Home would treat him much better. He could have a savings. Killing, though? I've never had this kind of thought. It's the right thing to do, though, isn't it?
Do it.
What? Who said that? Oh, Gingy.
That's right, Kringle. I say you do it. No one is gonna miss those piles of garbage anyways.
I would usually disagree with him, but he's right, you know.
You too, Craig? You agree with him?
Craig and Gingy.
Isn't murder a bad thing? Isn't it a sin?
Hell no, Kringle. Those people are the worst of the worst. And Timmy is an innocent soul. You making that sacrifice for him instantly cancels each other out.
Indeed it does. You embody the spirit of Christmas, Bob. It is not only okay, it is your duty to do this. Kill them. Kill them both. And no one will ever blame you. Kill them. Kill them.
Well, I don't know.
That is terrifying. This is totally gonna stand up in court. I wanted a talking gingerbread man.
Mom, Dad, Santa came. Mom? Dad? Whoa. Cool shirt. What's this?
Dear Timmy, have a Merry Christmas for the rest of your life. Take this money and head to the Autumndale Child Services. They'll take great care of you. Merry Christmas. Santa.
And he's pissed.
Merry Christmas, Timmy. Ho, 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 ho. Oh, ho, ho,
That arm, though.
So, you see...
Oh, man, that was so great. And I love the comments on this one. Santa's coming to town and he's pissed. He did such a great job with that. So, if you couldn't tell, basically what was going on, kid was being abused. And so he gave him some foods, and he said, what is your wish from Santa? And basically he didn't want to be scared anymore. And so Santa's like, all right, shit. And then Gingy and Craig, the Nutcracker, voiced by yours truly, basically said those people are trash, kill them anyways. So he did, and he gave them a brand new outfit and some money to get over to child services, and happy ending, I guess, all over. So
what happened to Kringle?
Well, we know it's not his fault who he is or what he does, so we picked him up, and instead of making him feel like a prisoner, we put him to work. He's one of the janitors here. But we do keep him under close supervision. So, Kevin, we've talked a lot, and I could sit here and tell you stories all day, but the real question is, can you handle it? You get free living, 3 meals a day, and pay on top of that just for building and maintaining the technological aspects of the center. You just have to spend your life as a nobody.
Well, I'm already doing that, but you guys do offer a lot more perks to the job. Okay, I'm game. When do I get to see everything?
Starting now. I'll give you a full tour, but Kevin?
Yes, ma'am.
Don't touch anything until I tell you, and try not to scream.
Scream?
Follow me.
Wait. Scream?
That's where it went out. So yeah, that was the ARC interview. I'm gonna let the credits play there. Welcome to the ARC. But yeah, so that was my second film. And that one got a little bit better. We did a lot more ADR work. If you had a bigger budget, you would have got Elf on a Shelf. Famous last words. So yeah, that was the ARC interview. And I don't know, it was fun. It was definitely a bigger production than Porcelain. For $1,200, that movie we made. And it had some awesome CGI in it. And it really started to launch, like I said, that world building. It was a great time. So, question, if I was to auction off any of the props from these films, would anybody be interested? I've tried to do it a few times, so just throwing that back out there. I do have quite a few things. But after that, we went on to do a short film. And what I'll do is I'll play both of them back to back. Because it was a part 1, and then we did part 2. Not this past Halloween, but the Halloween prior to that. And it was called Thank You for Calling. It was something that we just literally pulled off of the shelf and decided to do because at the time I worked for a call center, and this was how I really felt about customer service at that point. I'm looking for the other one here. But yeah, that last one, this movie that we're working on now was supposed to be a 2-parter, kind of like that was going to go farther into the ARC universe. The lightning match with the CGI portal was really well done. Thank you. But yeah, so that was super fun. And so let's go ahead and get into the next one here. This is Thank You for Calling Part 1.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah, good night, guys. Happy Halloween to you. Go. Thank you for calling Autumndale's #1 cable company. How can I help you tonight? Alright, and can I start by getting your first and last name? Alright, and have you tried unplugging it and plugging it back in? Okay, and what seems to be going on tonight? Thank you for calling Autumndale's #1. Oh, yeah, sir, I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, I could definitely tell that you're upset. Thank you for calling Autumndale's #1 cable company. How can I help you?
That was my old office
Okay.
at the time. We could still smoke in there.
Sir, I know you're frustrated, but I need you to be professional with me here, okay? Okay. Yeah, you think some trick-or-treaters messing with you? Your frustration. Yes, okay. And yeah, I'm here by myself. It's Halloween and yeah. I completely understand. So let's take a look here. Alright, sir, you're gonna have to work with me here. I can't. In order for me to pull you up, I have to. Sir, you can't cut me off if you want to resolve this here. I am the manager, sir. I'm the overnight shift manager. Okay?
I am the manager.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Can I have your phone number, please? Alright. Sir, you don't have to. I can disconnect the call if you're gonna be
I hate customers
that way.
like that. This is real frustration coming
Okay,
out.
alright, hold please. You know what? I got something for you. Did you forget about technology, huh? Fast people search, I have your address. Right,
Sasha, this was also ADR to the whole thing.
And you are only 5 minutes away, okay? Alright. I do apologize for the hold. If you... Right. Okay, alright, just hold for me, okay?
Sometimes you just have those customers, you know?
Yeah, I'm here about your cable problem.
Oh yeah. So that was the short film we did for Halloween. Let's see, in 2019, and then in 2020, I wanted to do a follow up for that, where the ghost of the person that I murdered there came back and for revenge. He will die between hours of 6 January 9th. So yeah, we shot that all in one night. I edited it in pretty much one day. That was super fun little shoot. But this was the one we shot the year after. And my homie Nicotine was the ghost and killed it. This one, obviously, so as you can see with each film project we do, the sound gets better, the shooting gets better. But this one was probably one of the best ones that we shot. So let's get into it. Barry the Cable Guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Well, you know, I moved 3 hours away from you. Yeah? Alright, well, I'll make a trip to come see you soon, okay? Alright, well, happy Halloween, okay? I love you. What? I just, I don't want to do this. I'm going to do these later. But, what the fuck?
Such a cool shot with the fog rolling in behind him. I love that.
Oh, hell no. Hey, who the fuck's in my yard? Hello?
Excellent run from Jenny Simpson. Debut Stafford, the Canadian national record holder, will be there. Viewers, and you'll know.
All these noises were added into as well.
Hello?
What is going on, man?
Hello? Fuck is going on, man? Whoever's out there, it's not funny. I've had enough of your games, motherfucker!
I need to talk to you about my cable service.
He was inside the house. So yeah, that was part 2 of that. I feel like the suspension of that one was a lot better too, and for that we ended up putting a mega mix together and going. The support ticket is coming from inside the call center. God damn it! Oh man. You could tell that guy was constipated when he died. Yeah, fuck them dishes, nicotine. But yeah, so that was those two. And then for let's see here. Hey, what's good, Aaron? I hope everybody's enjoying this, man, because this is a blast. I literally haven't watched any of these since we shot them. So after that, we wanted to do more world building that kind of furthered everything. These are 2 videos from the mayor of Autumndale.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up,
My name is
Jaden?
Victor Stegall, and it is my honor and my privilege to serve.
Hold on. Before we get into this, Jaden is in the chat. He is also a world builder himself. He does Grimewood, which I feel like is very much the sister town to Autumndale. But if you guys haven't heard of Grimewood, make sure to check that out. And so yeah, we wanted to do more world building. So this was the first message from Mayor Stegall, which is named after nicotine. So, but yeah, here we go.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Victor Stegall, and it is my honor and my privilege to serve as the mayor of Autumndale. Why don't y'all come up here and sit with me a spell? Now, I'm not just going to encourage you to come and take a stroll around our beautiful city. No, I'm here to dispel some unfortunate rumors that have arisen about our humble abode. We've all heard the stories of witches and werewolves and monsters and murderers and whatnot. Well, I'm here to assure every last one of you that all that ghosts and goblins nonsense is nothing but pure, unadulterated bullshit. Hogwash. Actually, Autumndale is a very freshly fallen leaves and cozy oak wood fires and those amazing pies that they make over at our world-renowned bakeries. Yeah, I encourage you to come and give us a visit. Check the place out. I guarantee you'll fall in love with it just like I have.
But yeah, that was the first message from the mayor, Nathan Hamilton, a local actor. I actually chose him to be the mayor, and we were going to further his storyline as well in the coming movies. He did an awesome job at that. And I'll go ahead and do this one as well. This was his voting poll. Vote for Mayor Stegall.
Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. Victor Stegall here. I just want to remind you that when voting season rolls around very shortly, and you're at the polls, remember that a vote for Stegall is a vote to preserve the history and heritage of the beautiful, historic Autumndale. I'll see you next time.
So just some world building. So yeah, out so far, you know, we've come across like the agency, and the mayor was gonna go down into the agency and you know, find out what's going on and blah blah blah. A lot of cool different types of monsters and world building and stuff. And then we decided, so all the stories that we couldn't do a movie for, we were going to do in what's called Uncovering the Ark, which was Steve and Nick, paranormal investigators, going to the locations of the haunted places, and the team of them two, I swear, man, it was just Facebook stream was hitching up a lot. Was it? Is the stream still kind of glitchy on Facebook? Anybody let me know. But yeah, so we've had monsters and everything, and so we wanted to go back and tell some of the stories that we can't make movies for through the paranormal team. And when I chose the team, I literally chose the two people that I thought would bounce off the show, and it didn't get nearly as many views as it should have, because Nicotine and Rune together are absolutely hilarious. So I'm going to go ahead and start another episode here. I'm going to excuse myself one more time, and then while you guys are watching this, we'll keep on going. Hope everybody's having a good time, man. Let me know in the comments who's still rocking with me.
Good evening, folks, and welcome to episode 2 of Uncovering the Ark. I'm Nick.
And I'm Steven, and we are
the Autumndale Paranormal Investigation Team. Tonight we are looking into a case that is actually still fresh in town, and based off of one of my favorite subjects, demon possession.
Which to me is...
I believe in ghosts, but you don't believe in demons.
Don't tell me how to live my life.
Tonight's story is touchy and tragic. It starts off with a 33-year-old Philip Morris. He owned the only music studio in town and the producer to some of the hottest local acts. He was heavily involved in the nightclub scene, doing charity work and donating over $200,000 a year to the Autumndale Catholic Boys' Home, as well as helping restore some of the oldest buildings in town.
What some people don't know is he also battled with severe anxiety and took medications for his manic depressive disorder. He had a rough childhood growing up with his mother, who worked 3 jobs just to...
His girlfriend of 4 years, and his mother started to see changes in him. He was sleeping a lot less, constantly writing in his journal, and complaining about a demon that wouldn't leave him alone. He got progressively more sick and violent, as his girlfriend would say, going from daily calls with his mother to maybe call once a week.
Tonight, we will interview both his mother and his girlfriend, take a look at some of the pages written from the journal he wrote in his last few days alive, and do an EVP session in the actual house where Philip, or the demon, took his life.
So because of the global pandemic that we are in, we are going to be doing all of our interviews via Skype so that we can maintain social distancing. Good evening, Shannon. Thank you for joining us.
Hey. No, thank you. I'm glad I finally get to tell Philip's story.
So let's jump right into it. How long were you with Philip until you knew about his mental illnesses?
Right off the bat, he told me everything, and we trusted each other fully. He'd have his ups and downs, but never like his last few weeks.
So, do you believe that this could actually be the work of something supernatural?
Oh, 100%.
Hey, Liz.
I don't even like to say the demon's name.
You mean Linguini?
Lingardi.
You mean Lingardi?
Linguini? And her audio is really low. I haven't had a black and mild since filming.
Mrs. Morris, I know that this is still a very difficult subject for you to talk about.
I'm fine. Thank you. I know something had to be going on because my son was never like this.
Now, reading from the journal, the demon apparently had told Philip that your
I never told him, which even further makes me believe something was wrong. Even though the doctor said that it would only take a few more treatments to put me back in remission, Philip was too upset to even talk about it.
So he didn't get a chance to know you were going to be okay, just that you were sick again.
Yes. He used to call me every day and talk. But those last few weeks, I barely heard from him. But when I did, it was short and full of anger and tears.
That's actually Rune's voice that we
So,
changed.
according to his journal, the demon said that you were cheating on him. Is there truth to this?
No, none whatsoever. Philip was never a jealous person. I did travel for work. The last time I saw him, we had an argument. I told him that my boss and I had a 3-day conference in Vegas that upcoming weekend, which for the first time, he accused me of something.
So basically, Philip has been talking to this demon that's telling him that his wife's cheating on him, his mom's cancer is coming
which is
back.
completely crazy.
And
in his journal, he said that the demon told him my boss was a man, when in fact, she was a happily married woman of 56.
56-year-old.
Last time he called me, he was in tears, making absolutely no sense. He would go from talking about the Old Testament and the Bible to screaming and cursing about life. In all his 33 years, even at his worst, he's never talked to me like that. Where he got a shotgun, I'll never know.
So
But
basically,
I
the
hate whoever
demon
gave it to him.
drove him crazy and he shot himself with a shotgun.
Join us when we come back as we do a live EVP session in the actual house where Philip met his demise.
Tall Dark Mystery, who are you?
Welcome back.
Sasha?
We are now at the actual house where Philip fought his last fight. In just a moment, we're going to enter the home and sit where he shot himself and read the final pages of his journal. After that, we're going to conduct an EVP session.
I have to say, even though I'm a skeptic, I'm kind of uncomfortable.
You sure you're going to be okay with this?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do this.
Gotcha.
This
So,
place, huh?
this was Nicotine's
What
old
up, fellow
place.
Oh, this is where it happened? Oh, if I lived here, I would kill myself too.
Really?
What?
One of my favorite scenes of all my movies is coming up. This is so great.
We'd like to take a second to thank the owners of this house for letting us be here and filming today. Nobody has lived on the premises since Philip's death. Steve, you want to do the honors of reading the last journal entries?
Sure, let's dive in.
Well, this is it. The last time I slept, which feels like so long ago, he revealed himself to me. I wake up and I was strapped down, and the flames were so high and so hot. He appeared to me this time, in a long robe, his fingers still long and sharp, but his face, so horrid, rows of huge needle-sharp teeth, the eyes of the most abused mangy cat you've ever seen, but his nose like that of a viper. He explained to me that what I had signed had nothing to do with my happiness, but more to do with his. He said he's not going to stop until he collects my soul. Even now that I'm awake, I see him in every reflection. I see shadows of huge creatures stalking outside my house. The guttural roars and screeches from every corner of my home. It's breaking me down. The laughing doesn't stop. He tricked me. He tricked me. He tricked me.
Ready to go dark to conduct an EVP session.
So I just want to let you guys know there was a base script for this, but all the little quirky shit that you're about to see, and all of the like Nicotine goes to turn the light off and he's like, "I believe in you." All the little shit. There was totally non-scripted, so I owe a lot of this show to them. So this is great.
I believe in myself.
Okay, and for those of you who are watching on Facebook, if it keeps freezing, just know that it's also playing over on YouTube if you guys wanted to tune in there. But here comes one of my favorite scenes of almost any of my movies.
Okay. Camera is on. EVP is recording. Can I keep sound to a minimum?
Well, it's kind of hard with this thing.
Plus. Are you fucking kidding me?
Sorry, man.
Okay. Is there anybody here that would like to speak with us?
Swords behind the camera. I don't know how Rune did not fucking start
Philip?
laughing.
Are you here? Can you come speak into this little black box that I have in my hand? You can see the red light. Can you tell us how you died?
A for Bob's breathing.
Was it because of a demon? Do you have any questions you want to ask Philip without blinding me?
Now, why'd you pick such a shitty house? How'd the lead taste?
Oh my god. Steve, really?
How'd the
You
lead
asked
taste?
I know it.
We're supposed to be, polite. We're looking for answers to things, right?
Where's the industry?
Philip, please excuse my ass.
Please excuse my ass.
His ass. Somebody's ass. Okay, excuse your ass. Right in my eyes. Philip, can you hear us? Stop moving around. I can't hear you. Like that.
I didn't hear you.
Philip, I can see the couch that you shot yourself on. Can you possibly show yourself maybe? Make a noise? Say something? Anything? You getting anything right here?
Dust. Or orange. It's up to you.
Ooh, drama.
Here's one on toast, really. Ceiling. Ghosts can fly, right?
Yeah. Why don't you take a temperature reading? Let me know what it says.
Think somewhere. Yeah, let's go lights out and then find everything.
Yeah, probably should have had it on before we did that. Yes, just 1 second.
Using the cigar to.
Pressing buttons like I'm pressing yours.
Well, there's only like 4 buttons on there.
Well, the 4 buttons on
Please don't light that equipment on fire. I just bought it.
Let me make music. $74.
Okay, so that's about even keel. You can check it out. Look around here and see if there's any
We don't do Celsius here.
We don't use Celsius here.
This is something that I created and I'm like super excited to show you.
What in the
Rune actually built this for the shoot.
This is a modified spirit box.
There's spirits in there?
No, there's not spirits in the box, Steve. There's spirits in the room, and the box will be able to pick it up. So basically, the science behind it, I guess if you want to say that, is that it'll scan through radio frequencies, AM, FM, and it'll give spirits the ability to pick up bits and pieces of sound, possibly words, things like that, and be able to communicate with us.
Grandma does the same thing in the nursing home.
Yeah. Okay. Can we be serious about this? Like,
Okay.
just a little bit?
Box. Got it.
I gotta play with it though and try to get it going. Having a little bit of issues here and there, but should be fine.
Got a real life Doc Brown over here. Yeah. The flux capacitor going into it. Don't sue me, Universal.
Right. Okay, so we're gonna try to use this modified spirit box to contact the demon, since we're not getting a whole lot of physical activity from Philip. So I feel like I usually have an easier time contacting through this sort of thing. So we'll go ahead and set that up.
I'll take your word for it.
And I've got EVP rolling on top of that, so let's see. Okay. Wingardi, are you here?
What
Is
up?
it a yes?
What up, Linguini?
I love that the demon's name was Lungardi, and he kept calling him Linguini.
Yes, yeah, he agrees with you. Was it you that killed Philip?
Yes.
Did he actually kill himself, or was it you that pulled the trigger?
Gotta say, it's kind of making me feel weird.
See the eyes in the corner?
Kind of like a heaviness. What was that? If you can speak through this box, that would be great. We just want to know more about what happened to Philip. What about him?
I didn't upset you, did I? Yeah, you.
I also thought it was cool that we were getting actual responses through it.
A demon?
Does it make you upset we're in this house right now?
Do you want us to get out? You feel like the temperature just dropped?
Kind of cold.
Wingardi, is that you?
Sorry,
Are
I'm
you
really
with us?
watching. I'm just.
Can you show us you're here by tapping Bob on the shoulder?
Why do you tap me on the shoulder?
Because you're the camera guy. Can I ask a few questions? Not me, but I have an answer.
How do you feel about Subway sandwiches going from $6 back up?
That's bullshit.
I didn't ask you.
Sorry.
Think about Subway sandwiches. Demons, be professional. Demons. Demons.
How's hell this time of year?
We're not going to get a lot of response. Yeah. If there's anybody here that would like to say something, to give us any last minute information, now is your time to do that. right now.
Hunger strikes.
Right now, while I'm doing this, can you just crinkle away?
It's a thing called post.
Ignore the crinkly sounds.
You want one?
No, I'm good. I think so.
You want one?
Hey, blue.
No.
More for me.
Looking back at the footage, we found a few EVPs. You decide what they say.
Philip, can you hear us?
No.
Hear us?
No.
Hear us?
No.
During the spirit box session, we think we picked up a message from the demon that killed Philip.
Was it you that killed Philip?
That was a real response.
Clear as day, you can see eyes glowing behind us.
Eyes in the right-hand corner.
Gotta say, it's kind of making me feel weird.
This one's my personal favorite.
Is I say we got some pretty fantastic evidence also.
If you ask me, some of it was just booty. Join us on our next episode. Until then, question everything.
And we'll see you in the dark.
I fucking love that, man. They fucking killed that. So yeah, that was Rune playing Nick, and Nicotine playing Steve, and the fart, man. The fart was not planned and totally, totally off cuff. But they killed those roles, man. I see I only have one viewer on the chat, so if anybody is watching on YouTube, let me know. Say something in the comments so I know you're here, and we'll keep on rolling. I only got a few more things we're going to go over tonight, but I'm having a good time reminiscing with you guys. And as far as the... We'll do a few more things. Tyler Hinckley, what's up, bro? World building, and this was a commercial for Autumndale's brewery. I wanted to make it like the old school Halloween commercials that you would see on TV. So this is one we shot for that.
Having a Halloween bash this year? Make sure to grab a 6-pack of the best beer brewed right here in Autumndale. Stop by Knott Supermarket and get $2 off with any purchase of a pumpkin. Brown leaf beer. It's the best.
It's the best. But yeah, so that was that commercial we did for it, and then I also did a Christmas commercial.
This time of year, when family gathers around the fire to tell stories of Christmas past, mix your eggnog with the best full-flavored whiskey made right here in Autumndale. There may be a ton of spirits in Autumndale, but we're the best. From T. Brown's Brewery family to yours, have a very happy holiday.
And I gotta give that line to Rune. Rune came up with that great line because the finale was at T. Brown's Brewery, a fictional brewery that we made up. And it was so good. And the line was, out of all the spirits in Autumndale, we're the best. So love that. So let's show let's see, what was I just gonna do? It was important to the story. Oh, okay. Let's go ahead and do this, because this was the funnest part of this whole show. Was all of the outtakes and bloopers. So I love this.
Are we the?
We are the Autumndale Paranormal. There's a D there, right?
Yeah.
Because we're the only.
We're the other one.
All right, ready? Yeah.
You've been shooting this whole time. What were you?
B-roll.
We're dying.
Yeah.
I'll try to go
I'm
slowly.
gonna be a snot.
All right, ready?
Let's get set up.
All right, cut.
Benny, go lay down.
Go lay down.
No, go lay down.
It's okay. You can't see him in the camera.
Lay down.
All right, rolling.
That's the only other thing is there's all these instruments and stuff in here, so it's like you just have to.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, you could have it all depends on how you want to do it.
EMF here.
All right,
To fucking shitty fuck.
just keep rolling.
Investigation team.
No, we're not supposed to. We're doing the same page. So in 2015, fuck.
All right, ready?
Strange rumblings.
1, 2, testicles. Say something.
Testes. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. It's okay. Go ahead and look at the line.
Okay.
Where is the line? It's supposed to.
You typed it up.
It's my printer. I swear to God.
It's like I wanted him to be honor and blah blah blah.
Is somebody gonna read the other lines or?
No, we're just asking the questions.
And I'm.
Do you need
a
it?
cigarette?
No, I know mine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I only have it to fun.
All right, and roll.
What the hell are you doing?
What? Gotta go. You gotta go. An outhouse for a reason.
Are you gonna clean it up?
That's historical poop now.
You can't see my sweat mustache on film, right?
No,
You can't see my unibrow do that, right?
no.
For two
Today.
tonight's ball sacks. For two tonight's. This evening, motherfuckers.
Today's. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, what is it? Evening today?
Today.
But offered
All right, just restart that one.
family that lived on the. Fuck me. The McFinleys. Okay,
Finleys.
I got it. The McFinleys were an Irish settling fucking shitty fuck.
Rolling.
You think this is a spot where they were actually staked and burned?
You know that the town was
Oh yeah. Fuck. Alright, onward.
and some of the older buildings that still stand in old that still stand in old Autumndale.
The Autumndale Paranormal Investigation Team.
And rolling. 5.
I'm gonna forget my lines. Y'all stop. Go away.
Don't look at the camera after you say it, man.
Am I supposed to walk up the stairs? Just I have to say, even though I'm a skeptic, I'm extremely uncomfortable.
All right.
You can do that again.
All right, just roll
forgot
again.
She doesn't ask me a question at that
Yeah.
point. Okay, we're
Love
good.
you, Dean.
All right, and action.
Is there anybody here that would like to speak with us?
Oh man. But yeah, that's what we had to deal with every episode, man. It was just so much fun filming that with them. Rune and Nicotine just both killed the role. I don't know. It was just a great time. We're going to go ahead. I'm not going to do 2 episodes. If you want to watch those, they're up there to watch. We're coming up on, let's see. Coming up on a little over 2 hours. So we're going to watch Jinx, and then we're going to talk about what's going to be the final movie. And I'll show you guys a little clip of what would have been. So let's go ahead and move forward to the Jinx. The Jinx was supposed to be the main villain in all of Autumndale. And basically it was going to come down to him in the big battle. So let's go ahead and watch it. It's only 4 minutes. So here we go. The actor that played this was absolutely amazing. And I'm sad that we're never going to see Jinx again, but Here we go. Is anybody out there? Is anybody chilling with me? Anybody still chilling with me? And this time we had a different music producer as well. Gory Rory scored this, and you can definitely tell. See the eyeball moving in the bottle?
78 years I have dedicated myself to the craft. I have walked with shadows in the netherrealm. I've played games of chance with angels and demons. I have found ways to gain unimaginable power. Even slightly turning back time with my mortal vessel. But I want more. I have been waiting for the opportune moment. The cards, they have shown me. As a man of chance, I will let the war fight itself. With a little assistance from the darkness, the victor should inevitably be me. Either way, once I have the stones, I will become the most powerful being in the universe. All I have to do is simply wait for them to be delivered. The cards, they tell the story. The bottles, they hold the elixir. Whichever side may win, that will be the elixir that fate chooses for victory. Damn tight.
And the cards made.
Fish, fish, fish. The bam, the bam, the bam, the bam. The dog, the dog, the dog, the dog. The right, the right, the right, the right, the right. Autumndale State will be shown once the battle is done. And they will all bow before their new king and sing my praises in the new era of darkness.
So that was foreshadowing of everything that was supposed to come in the next couple movies. Because as you see, the anti-heroes was the Pumpkin from Night of the Pumpkin People. The Fish, Jimbo the Fish Man, was going to be the anti-hero. Then it was the Rhino and the doll. Hold on, where's the doll? So the pumpkin, the fish, the vampire, which was V, who was going to be introduced in the short film. The doll, which was Porcelain, doll face. The rhino, and the twins. So, spoiler alert, since it's never going to happen, in Porcelain 2, you were going to be introduced into two henchmen that were turned into, one was a rhino, one was a snake man, and one was going to end up pairing with Jinx and the Witch. And as you see, the twins, which you find out that Nicotine and Rune are twins. Hey, what's up, Chuck? They were actually fraternal twins, and they were separated at birth. If you ever looked at the old website, you probably could have read their story and told that, figured that one out. So they were supposed to be in this movie that we're shooting now, the ARC orientation, because it was supposed to be their orientation into the agency, where Susan and Kevin would be there to brief them on 2 cases that happened, which is 92.3 The Scream and Night of the Pumpkin People. Well, that's no longer happening. So those would have been all the good guys: the pumpkin, the vampire, the witch, or the twins, the doll, and the rhino would have been the heroes. The villains would have been the witch, Lilith, the horde, which was a group of demons that Jinx was going to bring from the underground, the snake from Porcelain 2, that will never happen, and the Jinx. So the Jinx was going to resurrect Lilith, and Lilith and Jinx were going to resurrect the horde, and the snake was going to join them, and it was going to be this epic battle between Team ARC, which was the anti-heroes, and the villains for Autumndale. And that's where we were going to go with the entire series, but que sera, sera. And so yeah, that was the last thing that we shot, aside from this movie that we're working on now. And it was just a hell of a ride. We did 4 episodes of the paranormal show, and for this movie we really wanted to go all out, and we thought, we were going to do a lot better than we did. We even got Joe Bob Briggs to do this for us, which is something he had never done before.
Hey, Joe Bob Briggs here, and I'm here because Dean Von Odd, the director and creator of the Strange Tales of Autumndale universe, is campaigning for his brand new movie. He's already done a few zero-budget films like Porcelain and The Ark Interview, but with this massive practical effects movie, he asked me to do something which has never been done before. He asked me to give out the drive-in totals before the movie even exists. So I'm going to do that in just a minute. The Ark Orientation is a double feature with a wraparound story that is Dean's love letter to movies like Men in Black, Halloween, and Monster, which is about a serial killing radio DJ in 1995 that kills people live on the air, and Night of the Pumpkin People, about 3 prepubescent teens fighting an army of pumpkin monsters. So, the film is not finished yet, but here is what those drive-in totals would be if Dean could make this film into a reality. We have 29 dead bodies, 1 neck slashed open with a CD, 3 stabbings with a Bowie knife, 4 sets of dangling eyeballs, gut ripping, head explosions, tongue removal, face filleting, a horde of shambling undead pumpkin monsters, 1 head punted off of a body like a football. I can't wait to see that one. Chainsaw food, of course. Pipe food. Knife fight food. Prepubescent teenager with a shotgun food. See, gratuitous pumpkin guts blasts. Gratuitous angry magician rants. And so much more to come. And normally I would give this a star rating at this point in the drive-in totals, but movie doesn't exist. So if you want to help Dean make this film a reality, check him out and welcome to Autumndale.com. That's welcome to AUTUMDALE.com. All one word. Welcome to Autumndale.com. Or simply Google the ARC orientation. That's the A.R.C. orientation Indiegogo campaign. Joe Bob says, check it out.
And how cool was that, man? That was like the every horror director that I know, that's like the talked about a film. That's, to me, that was the pinnacle of my career. So before I let you guys go, I'm gonna do something that I was not going to do prior, and we are going to watch the trailer of what could have been with if we were to have done the full ARC orientation film. So let me do something real quick. Let's see. Those things for let's see, is that it? No. Sorry guys, I'm trying to find the. There we go. All right. Give me just a sec here. I'm trying to set this up for you guys so you can see it. What's going on here? Alright, let's filters. This is, I'm changing mediums here, guys, so bear with me here just a second. This is not released on YouTube. This is something that you guys are going to see for the first time. There we go. Bear with me, guys. I promise this is going to be worth it for you, because this is never going to be seen like this again. This is what the movie we are currently working on would have been if we were continuing with Night of the Pumpkin People and all that. However, you are, there we go, going to see footage from 92.3 The Scream, which is what we are working on. And this is going to be the last thing we do for the night, alright?
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, that was the game for tonight. There's a lot more where that came from.
Satan, you monster! What have you done? Me? I remember you didn't stop me! Your hands are just as dirty as mine!
Your mom's a creep. Huh. Yes, she is.
And that was the trailer for what would have been the ARC interview or orientation, but is now simply going to be 92.3 The Scream. And this is going to be the end of Autumndale. And I hope in this almost 2.5 hour stream that you've seen the passion that I've dumped into this through the comics and the film. 4 days of Night of the Pumpkin People, and it was just absolutely insane. Cast members walking off set the day of shooting. So many different. It was just so intense. I just don't. I don't have the means to tell these stories how I wanted to tell them. So I felt it was just better to let them go. Maybe one day I'll turn them into a book or a podcast or something. But I just can't do them justice. And I would rather not force something that I can't give proper dues to. Know what I mean? But that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a blast from the past. And I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, I love you guys very much. Thank you for tuning in. And I hope you have a absolutely wonderful evening. And this is Autumndale signing out. We have one more film, guys. One more is coming. And that's it.